How important has the internet and social networking been for your music? I would imagine that fans' reactions worldwide have been great to watch through social networking tools, but has it added anything to your music at all?
Well, it meant that we didn't put interludes in our album, which we would have done before, because now people often download individual tracks, and it just seemed a bit confusing as to where the interludes would go and how it all works for people who are actually viewing it in a different format. I mean, obviously, the internet's affected everyone, and the way they look at
getting
music.
to hear about people, you
Right.
know, someone sends you a link, check this out, boom, you know, you know what's going on, you know what they're doing.
Right, and I would imagine for collecting sounds and stuff, there's so much more out there that you guys have access to, right?
Yeah, well, you can get everything now.
But there is for everyone.
Yeah.
So it's kind of quite hard to break through, really.
Right, but I guess, you know, as musicians, it's sort of incumbent on you to gather the best of that stuff for you guys to make your music, right?
Well, I suppose, yeah, we always did that before. So, like, sounds of the, you know, of the Sahara or wildebeests and various things.
A lot of wildebeests on your records?
Well, we had all those anyway, and we collected them from all over the place. And then suddenly you can get them all on the internet.
Right.
And sort of, yeah, I mean, when we were DJing, like, probably 10 years ago, there was one Latin track that I got that cost me like $150, and that was for one Batucada track from Brazil that was very rare and hard to get hold of.
Right.
But you couldn't get it anywhere, and to get something like that, and then you recorded it, and you didn't want to scratch the record because it was such a precious thing. Now you can get it within 15 seconds on the internet. You might get an MP3 that's not the best quality or whatever, but you could probably get it somehow. But suddenly the way everybody's listening to music is different. Young kids are listening to like all sort of generations of music.
Right.
Like there was this girl singer came into the studio not long ago. She was into Santi Gold and she was into Def Leppard, and then she was into some music from the 60s. And to her, there was no difference between any of it. It was all, I like that, it's cool, it's a good vibe, yeah. The vibe in '73 was really interesting.
But you guys have certainly contributed to that eclectic way of listening to music, because your music is so eclectic, and the sounds that you bring into music is
We
so
just
eclectic.
knew what was going to happen.
Yeah.
We looked at society, we looked at contemporary music, and we thought, well, this is what... I mean, that is totally...
You're the future.
Well,
you thought that 10 years ago.
yeah. I mean, it was just, that's what we were into.
Right.
And doing club nights and things like that, it was incorporating loads of different things, because that made sense, and that's what... Everyone else has caught up with this now. So actually we need to do something else completely different, which is the place we were at the beginning of this album. Right. It was kind of like, you know, people do bootlegs of other people's things, all different styles, rock mixed with Canadian folk, mixed with, you know, underwater music or whatever. It's all been mixed up.
Whale sounds.
Yeah, exactly. It's all kind of normal now, so there's no surprise to any of that. So the question is how to make something that can make us feel alive and surprise us, and, you know... And I think it was probably playing the mandolin.
Mandolin? Yeah, I was thinking acoustic
guitar. Something... Well, that's why raw stuff, I think, sounds really good again.
Steel drums.
Yeah, anything where it's back to the basics. Getting rid of, actually, the computer again.
Let me ask you about DJing. And you know, there are these machines that are kind of like let you sample or scratch CDs and stuff, but for you guys it's still vinyl all the way, right?
Oh yeah, forever. Vinyl forever. No.
No.
No?
Well, we play CDs.
Yeah.
Yeah. And or buy vinyl and then have to burn
Rip
it onto a CD, just because it's easier to carry
Well,
around.
we still have one vinyl deck there and play the odd vinyl.
Right. What about off a computer? You guys play a lot of MP3s in your set too, or?
We don't, I mean, using laptops, I think, is people do seem to do it and have the laptop off to one side and don't focus on it and look like they're emailing. But I don't know, for me, I spill my drink. I think it's nice to feel alive, and it's hard to do that with a laptop, which is very easy to break.
So what kind of gear is in the desk now? What are you carrying in terms of CD players and mixer and all that stuff?
You mean when DJ?
Well, the clubs usually have it there.
Yeah. Oh, you don't?
They
You don't
say,
take
what do you
any?
want? They say, we're playing CDs. I will get 2 CD players then.
And a record deck, and can we have a mic?
And a microphone.
With some effects so we can pitch shift and do things.
Some speakers.
That's it.
That's
so
it.
you don't carry
and people.
And people?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, this isn't the thing. This isn't a live show, so
Right.
because we have a live show, which is a different thing,
Yeah.
which involves about 12 people on stage, And yeah, another 8 crew. It's a big thing, and it's got lots of costume
Guitars,
changes.
percussion, drums.
So with that, we do
keyboards,
travel around with a bunch
samplers.
of equipment. But
Right.
this is a DJ
Yeah.
show, so it's just the two of
So
us.
whatever's there and
And
some beer.
Yeah.
That's all you need,
Well,
really.
it's just playing music to people, isn't
Right.
it? So that's it. It's not complicated.
Is there any music right now that you guys are hearing that you want to turn people on to that's not your own music, but either artists or bands that you think people should be listening to?
Well, there's a metal band out of Bristol called Merrick, who I really like.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know if they've been signed or not, but I heard them in a shop in Bristol when I was there a couple of months ago. And the guy gave me the CD, like a homemade CD, and so that's good.
A metal band.
It's like metal, thrashy, metallic-y kind of stuff.
Wow.
But they're now, yeah. So that's good.
There's some dubstep stuff that I think is really interesting and exciting at the moment. So, but I guess the best thing is to get a compilation of it because it's all individual songs. I know there's one I like at the moment that's by MLK or something on Dub Police.
Really?
That's good. That's one track. And yeah, and Rusko, he's a guy who's doing some interesting mixes of. So that's very much a kind of underground scene in the UK. And what's exciting about that is people are recreating the mould a bit, and that is some contemporary music.
It's more about more now than ever. It's about tracks, I guess, than it is about entire albums, right?
Well, dance music has always been about that.
Of course.
I mean, for us, I suppose we're part of dance music, but we've also been living in a kind of area that is between rock and dance and soul and funk and all these kind of areas, and which is a better place to exist actually because genres of dance come and go, and we've just carried on. And I mean, now the original house we were into, that's all kind of popular again.
Right.
But it's fine because we've been playing at rock festivals, and it's nice to go and play at a rave and DJ and play some stuff.
Probably because kids don't care anymore. It doesn't matter which genre you fit in as long as you're playing and exposing your
But a
your
lot of
music.
the kids are a lot more genreless than
Yeah.
I think people of our generation, and which I mean, maybe we're lucky where we started with Basement Jaxx. It was quite a genreless thing.
Right.
But yeah, with a purist edge.
Thanks so much for taking the time, guys. Really appreciate it. And,
Thank you.
Good luck at your set tonight.
Cool, thanks.
Cheers.